I'm just lost, all right? But like the destination's still there, the destination's still mine. Like either ways, I'm gonna win. So much shit going on at the same fucking time. Everything will be okay. But it's like, I have felt so empty. I'm so exiled from the world. And you know what? I think it's time for me to admit that and own it. I've never belonged. I've never belonged anywhere. Since I was a kid, I was a misfit. I think I belonged for like the first 10 years of my life. I'll say that. I will say that. And that's why I admire my inner child so much, because like she has so much strength and bravery and like such a very good self-concept of herself that it's insane. Like I actually used to think that I was the most beautiful girl in the fucking world. Like seriously. But since I was 10, I just had this feeling of not being comfortable anywhere. And it's either, in my experience, either people really fuck with me and they're like low-key obsessed and they really support me, or the other way around, they just hate me and they just want me to lose. Like that's what it is. Well, I want to create a space where not belonging is belonging. Do you know who Lilith is? It depends from the religion that you're seeing it. It depends from even the country that you're seeing it. It depends from the book that you're seeing it. It just depends, alright? But basically, this is who Lilith was and who I've tried to study. Lilith was the first woman on Earth, and she was created equal to Adon, right? But she wouldn't obey. She wouldn't bow down her head, and she was exiled from Eden. Just because she was disobedient. Since then, she has become a symbol of just either rebellion, lust, sin, demonic. But others, like for others, it's been autonomy, it's been empowerment, courage to go through what you want to go through, even though you have been exiled because you wouldn't bow down. I've never been able to bow down. Oh, and they tried. You can ask my mama. I hated when people telling me what to do. I hated when people cut my wigs. I hated it when people had an opinion on what I wore, how I looked, how I talked. Like, what the fuck is that? How is that your opinion? Why does that have to do anything with me? You know, my opinion has always been the one that I really appreciate. And even though I can have your input on some things, you're not the final decision. Like me, I'm the final decision here. And you know, I've been exiled from everywhere in my life, literally. Like since I can remember, I've been exiled. I couldn't, and it's not like it can be a mental exile. You know, I could never fit in my family. I could never fit in school. I could never fit with friends. I could never fit in college. I could never fit anywhere. If I remember it right, like I could never fit anywhere, and that's why Lilith gives me a lot of freedom to just own my exile. And I think that's what made it kind of like click for me why I wanted to make the music that I do today. And even though I've only had a single done, I know where I'm going and I know what I want to do. And what I want to do is create a space of my exiled children, basically just have this space that where belonging is weird. You're supposed to not belong to be able to be in the exile territory. And I just really fucked with that idea because it gave me wings to be able to just
fixated on the version of who already died.
Be.
To accept, to do, to affirm, to feel, but there is just silence.
It was kind of like a reference of what I wanted to be in life, and I wanted to have courage, and I wanted to not think about what people thought of me, and I also wanted to own my darkness because for me it never sat right to just be a good girl. It just wouldn't sit right with me that I would just have to be obedient. Obedience doesn't mean good for me. Obedience, for me, it looks like control. I strive for transformation all the time, and I do it by myself. I do it in my mind. I can be living here right now in my space, you know, like I could have a camera there and shit, but like I have a whole life in my mind. And I think since I was a kid, since I was a very lonely kid, I kind of like just felt inclined to having a world of my own in my mind, so I wouldn't feel like that lonely. But then that loneliness kind of like became a power. It's not about fitting in. It's not about fitting in the standards. Even when you become this new powerful version of yourself, people will literally beg to be in your space so they can be also better, or they're gonna just ignore you and kind of like laugh at you from the outside, so they can pretend that they have like this power dynamic over you and they can feel better about themselves. Damn, that was very smart. Those were facts. I've really experienced jealousy, and I've experienced a lot of things that I thought would end once I became this person, and they became even more. Like, I thought that I was exiled before. Oh, babes. No, I'm really exiled. People that I used to connect with, I don't know who they are anymore. I don't think they've even met the version, like this version of me that is talking right now. I don't think they would be ready for that.
Have you fucking seen her? She's so